as far back as high school, I always felt uncomfortable with any kind of special recognition. I always thought that just participating and just doing the best you can and just being extraordinary and believing in yourself was all you really needed. Years ago, when I did platforms at conventions, I had the same feeling. I love teaching, I love sharing, I love giving back, but it's just always uncomfortable with the difference that I feel with AD is that I feel at home. AD has always been an open, sharing environment of people willing to give everything they have. Just there aren't egos. People are there to share, to learn. The foundation that AD was created on was that there are no superstars. That a speaker is just somebody that has a bit more experience, and that the really good speakers and the really good teachers are those that want to share that knowledge. We just decided that instead of a platform, we were going to create small groups and have you interact directly with the educator. What the simple concept of initially in Austin was to bring 9 to 10 mentors together to teach small groups of people. That immediately evolved into 36 mentors sharing and giving. Think back at that first show when we were all there. Fitz and I drove the trucks down, and we had no idea. I remember stopping halfway, I think it was somewhere in Kansas, and we spent the night, got up the next morning, kind of looked at each other, just like, reminded me of a college road trip. You really didn't know where we were going, but we knew it was going to be a good thing. And that's exactly what it turned out to be. A 3-year journey of just absolute excellence. Excellence from attendees, excellence from mentors, excellence from the AD staff. The staff has, those behind the scenes at AD have instructors, the mentors, the attendees are all there to share, to learn, to give, to be a group, to be, they're there to be with each other. It's not so much a go and hang out with your convention and find out how they are. And it's not just about photography, it's about life. And when you learn about life, you bring that and incorporate that back into your photography, and it brings everything to a brand new place. The beautiful thing about AD is that when you go, you're there as a fan. There are no egos. The mentors aren't there to do anything other than share, to take the knowledge they've gained over the years and share it with everybody there. And not only share, to learn, to go to a pod. I remember Cincinnati, Joel Grimes was in a parking lot, and there were 11 mentors working with the group. He had a group of about 25 people, and 11 of them were mentors. Then later that night, Brian DeMint and Kevin Folk they were doing a pod on creativity, and Joel was in the front row with 8 other mentors in the same group. So it's just not the attendees going to educate themselves. It's the mentors. They use it as AD has become a place for everybody to take their life and share, not only their skills and their techniques, but to share their life, to share their friendship. AD was created for personal experiences, for personal growth, to help you find a personal journey to that destination you want to be. And so many of us don't even have a clue where that is. And I'm just starting, it's funny because little by little, I'm starting to actually define my journey, where I want to be. I've gone my whole life thinking that, okay, tomorrow I'm going to try photography again, and we'll see what happens. And for 30 years, it's allowed me to keep playing. It's allowed me not to have a real job. It's just my continued, I look at photography as my continued attempt to avoid real employment. And I'm okay with that. The thing over the past year, what AD has given me, is to actually define that path, to define that journey. I remember sitting with Joel Grimes and a number of other people, and I asked Joel to define creativity, and he gave me one of the best answers I've ever had. Creativity was not a thing. Creativity is a journey. Creativity is about passion and embracing that passion to create something. So I always kept in my head that this creativity thing is supposed to be a thing. Where can I get it? Where can I touch it? Where can I make it? And it really isn't. All of a sudden I became enlightened that creativity is nothing more than a journey of passion, to understand that passion, to take that passion and take it wherever you want to go with it, as long as you embrace it. And then the next step was, I saw Dan Freevolt and Amy Parrish working together with a young child. Dan's out here edgy, whacked, and Amy's in soft and embracing. And it was absolutely amazing to see and finally understand there's many different ways to approach one specific issue, to find many solutions to the same challenge. And Amy came up afterwards and we started talking. She gave me one of the best pieces of advice I've gotten in a long time. And we were explaining how, I get a little uptight when things don't work right, or I'm trying to get something and it's not coming. And she just looked at me and said, breathe. And it was funny. And what I took away from the chat with Amy was, when it starts getting stressful, just find your happy place, because that's what it's all about. You find your happy place and you continue. The thing that AD has really done for me has been able to bring groups of friends together and share and realize that we all have different paths, different lives, different journeys, but we can share those, and we can share and build off of those. After 30 years of photography, it's easy to become complacent. You become comfortable, and I know what works, I know what doesn't work, I can create. The beauty of it is I've been able to take this passion that I have and now start really giving back to my community, and it's something beautiful. But the thing that happened last spring was I owe to Brooke Shaden. It's just watching Brooke, watching the passion she has for creating, to watch her in the whole process of her visualization and knowing what she wants, and then going after that image, and the complete and total passion for the creative process. It reminded me of what I was really in this for, and that's what I had been missing over the years. It became, I loved everything I've been doing, but it became a job, and it's really hard to see Brooke, the passion she has for her life. She just takes that passion and brings it into photography, and that's okay. I came back and I started looking at everything I did in a completely different way. I started seeing different things. I started looking for elements in my images. I started taking everything to that next level, and everything started clicking. And in the last year, I've completely reinvented myself, and it's the best year the studio has ever had. It is the best year I've ever had. It is the best year ever for me. We've always had a hard time describing and defining what exactly AD is. And I think Brooke put it best a couple weeks back on a blog. An environment of family, of support, and of growth. That's it. Family, support, and growth. That's what After Dark is about. I created After Dark for no other reason than to just see if I could. I was hoping to create an environment where people could just come and share, and everybody felt comfortable enough to just go up and speak with anybody, to talk to anybody, to create together, to challenge each other, to bring everybody to a new place, to just be, to exist. And not only that, but feel good about it, and feel good about yourself in the process of doing it, and not be ashamed or embarrassed or in any way question who or what you are. That there was enough support, that this foundation of support would be there to bring anybody up to a new level.